I wanted to just kind of go over and talk about some things that I attended a I guess you would call it intimate talk session today with some top industry educators and platform artists. And some of the information that was shared is, I would think, it's definitely you could use it in the beauty industry, but also if you're not in the beauty industry, I think some of the principles still remain the same. If you are interested in going in business, even for yourself, there are some things that you just want to look into as far as your business is concerned. Thank you for joining. So, the main topic that was discussed today was basically what businesses or educators look for in other educators that are looking to join their companies. So as a former educator myself, with a major color line, I kind of understood exactly some of the things that they were looking for. And I have some free gifts there on ericaacre.com that you can get, where that gives you just tips and information on being a better beauty industry professional, to kind of get you prepared for being an educator or something else that you may desire to do in the near future in the beauty industry. But some of the main topics that they went over today really resonated with me, and I really wanted to share them today because I do believe that they are very important. And the number one thing that each of the educators, which were, I give you their names, Deshaun Bullard was one, Will Williams, Ayo Keisha Smith, I think I said her name right, Key Glover, that's her name, and another girl that I wasn't familiar with, but these young ladies shared a lot of information, as well as the males shared a lot of information as far as what companies expect from you. And one of the things, the number one thing that they talked about mainly was being professional. And again, like I said, that can apply in the beauty industry, or if you're in business for yourself or desire to go into business for yourself. Being a professional is like the number one thing I think that you should do. And in particular in the beauty industry, there is a lot of, I would say, unprofessionalism. And if you want to be taken seriously, you must step up your game when it comes to being professional, from how you dress to, just your overall image and what you represent. Being professional is something that I stress completely, because I've been in this beauty industry for over 20 something years, and I think I have seen it all. And being professional is something that a lot of industry professionals struggle with. And I think it's basically they may just not know, or maybe they don't care. I don't know. But it's not something that's stressed a whole lot in beauty school, I don't think. Maybe some beauty schools, but in others, maybe not so much. So being a professional is like number one. The second thing that they mentioned was being able to communicate. And if you're in business or just speaking with anybody, you should be able to communicate and articulate what it is that you're trying to get across to the audience that you're speaking to. And if you don't have those skills, then it'll be very difficult for you. So I would say practice your communication. If you need to join something like Toastmasters or something like that, kind of help with your speaking skills, things like that, that will help you a lot as far as communicating. Something that resonated with me also was to have a passion for what you're educating for, or about. If there's a product line that you're interested in, or if there's a company that you're interested in, you need to have some sort of passion for whatever it is that you're trying to do. There's nothing worse than educating for a company and you don't even use the product. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. So have a passion exactly for what you're educating about. So, and work on being fully engaged in that brand. I mean, if you're a hairstylist or something like that, use the product so that you can educate people about the product. If you don't know about the product, how can you tell people about it? So you want to use the product. If you're a nail technician or a makeup artist and there's a particular brand that you really like above any other brand, then use that product so that you know it backwards and forwards. You know, you want to know whatever it is that you're engaging the potential customers that you have, or the classroom that you may be teaching to. You want to be able to really have a passion for that brand and that education. One thing that Deshawn said that stood out to me, she asked an important question is, are you looking at your beauty business as a hustle or as a career? And I thought that was a very good question to pose, because I know, I won't even say I just see, but I know a lot of hustlers out there in the beauty industry, whether they're hustling at home, doing hair in their kitchen, or, just slashing prices heavily just to get $1, whatever the case may be. Look at that. How can you grow being a hustler in the business? How can you grow off of that when you're just chasing $1 any way that you can? If you look at it as a career, even if you start at the bottom, you can work your way up in a career. And that's the same way in a business. How many people, may have started out as a cashier or a fry cook at McDonald's, but then they work their way up to be a manager, and then they work their way up into corporate or and even being the CEO or something like that. So when you begin to start looking at where you are in business or on your job, look at it as a career and how you can grow from going from to the bottom up to the top. How can you up level yourself? And so I thought that was a very, very good point that she made. And another person, Will, he said, how can you be different from everybody else? And as a hairstylist, I understood that because you can look on Facebook or any social media platform, Instagram, people are posting all day long their pictures of their work and things like that. But what is really standing out that someone else is not doing? I mean, what would make that person want to come to you, and the stylist that's right up the street from their house is posting the same type of pictures? So what can you do to differentiate yourself from the next person to have people come to you, even if they're driving miles and miles away to come to you? What are you doing differently? How is your professionalism? How are you presenting yourself? All of those things matter when it comes to standing out from the crowd. And also, do you have information that you can share, as well as information that you can sell? And I thought that was something very interesting that they mentioned also. As an educator, you should have a plethora of knowledge on things. Hopefully you're continuing your education and on a regular basis, like nonstop. And there's plenty of information that you can share, but also, do you have information that you can sell? You must have a slice of knowledge that's much more than the person or the people that you're presenting to. A lot of times when it comes to educating and getting in front of a classroom, you always have that one or two persons that feel like they're the teacher or they're the educator that day, and they know more than you. So basically, you want to make sure that you're on top of your game and on top of your knowledge and education, so that when you're faced or possibly faced with people like that, then you know how to come back with the knowledge and the information that you have. So Key Glover stated a very important thing. She said, educate on the truth. And that is so important, is that you educate on the truth. As beauty professionals, there are so many people that are posting information on blogs, on YouTube, things like that. And they're not necessarily posting the truth, but the public is taking it as truth. And so we, as real serious educators that are serious about our businesses, we want to make sure that we are educating the truth, so that when someone reads or hears an untruth, you'll be able to correct them and let them know what the real truth is. Just to highlight a couple of the educators that was there. One of the educators, AO Keisha Smith, she has a book. If you're interested in going natural or learning more about natural hair, she wrote a book, and whatever natural hair questions that you have, she has it in this book. So this is the book right here. And if you're interested in knowing more about natural hair, then you can go to naturalhairquest.net. That's her website, and purchase this book, and it'll give you a little bit more information on some of the questions that you may have when it comes to natural hair. And also, the educator and business owner, Deshaun Bullard, has a product line called Neurotress, and I use the product, and I really like the product. And she has also a hair vitamin that I really, really like. It really focuses on the hair loss. A lot of times, you know, with women, we have get the thinning up top, and that's like an overproduction of the male hormone DHT. So if you're interested in this particular vitamin or any of the hair products that she offers, you can go to neurotress.com, and I'll put it up a little closer so you can see how to spell Neurotress. But this is a really good vitamin. I have several of my clients that take this vitamin, and we have seen some really great results. It does have biotin in it. It has the 4,000 mcgs of biotin. It has the recommended amount of biotin that a dermatologist would recommend. So you're going to get the maximum amount of biotin in this vitamin. And typically the ones that you buy over the counter don't have this much biotin in it. So this is going to have your maximum biotin, and biotin, of course, is for hair growth. It promotes hair growth. Okay. So again, I'm EricaAker.com. If there's some issues that you may have in your beauty business or in your business itself, and you need a little extra help or some information and tips, go again. Here's my website, EricaAker.com. And go over there and get your free gifts. I have a free ebook of 3 massive mistakes, how beauty professionals kill their income, and also 10 things that you should know before and after you get out of beauty school. And whether you are a new person in beauty, just out of beauty school, maybe 6 months out of beauty school, or if you're a veteran like myself, over 20 years, those tips can still be helpful for you in going up to the next level in your business. I appreciate you joining me this evening, and I will talk with you soon.